at 6 weeks now.
Yeah.
It was bad. I was smoking like 2.5 packs a day, and I haven't had one in 6 weeks. And what else? 6 weeks ago, I started smoking a lot of pot. That's why me and Freaky D were hanging out by the bar. Yeah, for the comic, or yeah, for smoking weed? Both. I'm totally losing my place. So a few comics up here have been talking about Blago, and I might be completely alone in this, but I really hope he gets off. Because, you know, black people got OJ, and no, it's nice. It's not a race thing. It's like people with fucked up last names. I've got a fucked up last name, and he's got a fucked up last name. I think he should get off. Plus, he'd be perfect for a stand-up comic because he's a loudmouth, he swears a lot, he's fucking broke. What else? Speaking of not being able to come up with a good segue, they repealed the gun ban in Chicago, which I really don't like because it makes me want to get a handgun. And I shouldn't have one, and the reason is because I'm really passive-aggressive. Like, I'll give you an example. I've got really loud upstairs neighbors. And the normal thing to do would be just like to go upstairs, knock on the door, hey, can you turn it down? I think it'd be a lot easier to just shoot indiscriminately into the ceiling. I like this room, a lot of folks here, a lot of, I'm guessing friends here, supporting friends up on stage, so give yourself a round of applause for that. Friends are important. I've got this really close friend, and he's got a problem. He's an alcoholic, and it's getting to be a really, really bad problem. And he needs help, and I don't know how to tell him, so that's why I brought him to the show tonight. Wouldn't it be great if you could just deliver horrific news on stage like that? My friend's wife's cheating on him. I don't know how to tell him, so that's why I brought him to the show tonight. Or it's like, you know, my girlfriend thinks I wear a condom. I don't know how to tell her. That's why I brought her to the show. No, I'm kidding. I don't have a girlfriend, obviously. I don't really date because I'm not attractive. It's true. So speaking of, you know, having good friends though, last week I went to the Blackhawks convention with a friend of mine, and I got interviewed by Doug and Jeanne. And it's always cool to be able to be on TV and not be mentioned as the defendant. So they were doing these one question interviews, and the guy asked me, if you could arm wrestle any Blackhawk, who would it be? And I said Glenn Hall. And he said, why? I said, because he's 78. I'm pretty sure I could take him. He didn't really like that answer. It's like, what? Oh, do you mean what guy 10 years younger than me who gets paid millions of dollars to exercise all year would I challenge in a physical strength contest? Asshole. So, obviously, as a stand-up comic, I have an opportunity to watch what can only be referred to as an heroic amount of television. And I've noticed this theme lately where they're putting like rich and famous people on TV shows, and they're putting them in like ordinary people jobs. Like, you know, the boss of a Fortune 500 company scrubs the toilets to see what it's like to be a janitor. Or like, you know, celebrities work at a pizza place or a shoe store. And like, PBS even got into the act. They had something called the Stand-Up Project. And that one really pissed me off, mainly because they got like these 4 celebrities, and it was, the basic premise was like, hey, any asshole can get up on stage and tell jokes, as I've obviously proved. But what pisses me off is it doesn't ever work in reverse. You don't get like a normal everyday person that gets to be, you know, the CEO of the company. They don't let me like coach the Blackhawks, or I don't get to be a doctor for a day, because that would be bad. I mean, can you imagine that? Like, I've got a patient. She's got terminal brain cancer and 6 months to live. I don't know how to tell her, so that's why I brought her to the show tonight.